Hi everyone, I am so excited to share with you today our Project Builder 2.0. We've made some exciting updates and we are so thrilled with the results that we're giving everyone a free 1-week trial to sign up and create all of your favorite project-based learning experiences. And if you enjoy it, then you can sign up with a workshop with us, either online or through your district, to get a full year of our Project Builder. So let's check it out. So to help showcase the Project Builder's capabilities, I want to run through a quick example. My goal once I start is to try to do this in 5 minutes. So I'm not going to be reading a lot of things. I'm just going to be making choices, but I really want you to see what the Project Builder can do for you. I'm also working under the trial version because we give you the full version in those 7 days for you to play with. And so one of the things that I did is I decided to kind of go with a non-example so you can see how hard the Project Builder works for you trying to make something, even if it's silly project based. So when I was in the classroom and I taught my 10th grade students, I would share with them all the time that they have to learn how to dominate this thing called life. So that is what I am building this project off of. So again, a non-example example. So the only thing that I did was put in this background information. Everything else you're going to see me go through live on the spot. I'm not really going to be speeding anything up. So here's some of the background information. Normally for the standards, you would be putting in your actual standards or learning goals. I just put how to dominate this thing called life. I stated that I had 10 days for this project and I taught 45-minute periods. Now the background information, this is where I think the project really becomes personalized, and we wanted the builder to really respond to your students and you as a teacher. I think a lot of generators right now spit out one thing, and what we wanted was a lot of customization along the way. No one is going to know your students better than you. And so you're not just going to get one thing once you press generate ideas from here. And so what I put into this background information is that I teach in the suburbs of Rochester. My students don't love to do homework, but they are pretty great in class as long as it's hands-on. Since the pandemic, my students have gotten defeated really quickly, so I want to emphasize resiliency and grit in this project. And I want this project to be interactive and tied to my local community if possible. So from here, it is going to generate project ideas for you. It's going to come up with 7. And so it gives us a heritage walking tour, community garden, documentary film on social issues, community service project, oral history project, entrepreneurship challenge, art installation for community revitalization. Let's say I don't like any of these. Let's generate some ideas. So these I feel like hit on more. A little bit of what I want is exploring local history through oral interviews, creating a community storytelling project, environmental awareness campaign, community garden project, interactive historical tour, community service day, promoting mental health awareness. So out of these, the one that I just thought was interesting was creating this community storytelling idea. So I can pick up to 2 ideas. So I want to see if, because I picked humanities, I said it was a humanities. I like the storytelling, and then I think this local history kind of hits on that humanities part. So I'm going to see if it can combine both of these ideas. Community storytelling through oral history, interactive historical exhibition, exploring community identity through storytelling. I like the title of that, so that's what I'm going to go with. From here, it's going to generate some driving questions, and I'm just going to pick this one. But like I said, you can edit and regenerate as many times as you want, but all of this is meant to edit and personalize for your students. And you'll want to do that along the way, because the more you're communicating with the builder, it's going to be more accurate to your students. But I'm just going to not really focus on any of the editing. From selecting that driving question that I didn't even read, I am going to create some public product ideas. And so for here, you can pick more than one. And also one of the things I want to highlight is anytime you click this I button, it gives you some design success criteria if you're struggling to pick. So this gives me a storytelling website, podcast. You know what? I actually don't like these. I don't like either of them. I don't think it speaks to my students. So I'm going to generate the public product ideas again. I'm totally going to go over 5 minutes. Sorry. I think this, like, we could do maybe something with this community mural. I'd have to think about it a little bit more. But so here, this next part is to help the project builder figure out your launch. So it's going to ask you to come up with some student questions that you want them curious about. So considering what my project is, and that they're going to be focusing on stories, like how do we interview people? How do we showcase other people's stories? You know, I'm just going to do those two so we can see what it comes up with. Again, if I was really doing this, I'd be spending more time thinking about it. Oh, I like 1 and 2 just by the names of it. Community identity mapping. I'm going to try that. I think that sounds cool. Then from there, I'm going to generate some project milestones. And this is going to give a high level of the day-to-day for you. Not only do I think it's hard to come up sometimes with the ideas, but then it's also to figure out like what's the flow of this project. And so this will really get you started on that process as you go through. So it's kind of doing a bunch of things in the background where it's generating and adding those daily activities. And again, we want you to make this your own. It's really easy to judge other people's work, right? And so that's what we want you to do here is we want you to judge. We want you to make changes. We want you to really think about who your students are and what is going to connect with them. So from here, you can again edit, you know, everything that it looks like for here, but you can go ahead and generate that planner, and then let's go to our preview. So this is everything that we've picked. So you can see that along the way, it's going to give you that completed version, give you that launch idea, and then that highlight reel of what you could do day to day. It's not set in stone, but it'll give you sort of that traction. And then at the bottom, notice that it stayed to that timeline of the 10 days. It gives some additional considerations on your milestones based on collaboration, formative assessment, texts and resources, as well as project management.